Hi and welcome back. Today's lesson is about present tense and past tense. The differences that you have in them. It is very important to know how you use each of or how you use either of them so that you do not make a mistake. So let's get started. And we start with the use of has, have, and had. So let's move on. You should remember that we say I have, you have, we have, they have, people have, my children have. And you say he has, she has, it has, Ali has, Maryam has, everyone has. Maryam is a name of a female. So someone has, my son has. This is for the present tense. Do not forget that. We'll have the examples. So the have or the has is what we use in the present tense or the present form. And when it comes to the past tense, we have I had. So you see had. There's no difference. I had, he had, you had, she had, we had, Ali had, and the rest. So this, we use it in the past tense. We use the had. Do not forget that. We will have the examples. But before having the examples, you should remember that the has, he has, she has, Ali has, and the rest of the words. You should remember that if you have words like will, would, can, could, shall, should, may, might, if you have them in the form, for example, he will, you have the will in between, you say, you use have, he will have. You do not say he will has, she would have. You use have, not has. She can have, she could have. So do not forget that. It is very important. Now let's start having the example. You see, if I say I have a house, right now I have a house. So the house is not gone. I still have the house. So you have a car, you have it. I'm talking about now. You have a car. It is present. This is about the present. So we have a book. Yes, we have it. We are talking about the present, the present tense. They have money. So the money is available. It is not that the money is gone. People have a choice. My children have a dog. You understand that, for example, if you enter the house, the dog is there, something like that. He has many problems. So many problems. This is about the present. She has 2 skirts. It has a tail. Ali has a bike. He has a bicycle. And Maryam has a pot. Everyone has a friend. Someone has a computer. My son has an airplane. What you remember or understand is that this is about the present. The meaning is that you still have the thing. It is not gone. Do not forget that. So you see, it is about the present. So it's something you still have. But if you say I had a house, this is about the past. I mean, what you mean is that you do not have the house now. The house you are talking about, you do not have it now. You had a car. It means you do not have the car now. So maybe you sold it, or maybe something happened to it that you do not have it. The important thing you remember is that you do not have the car now. Maybe you gave it as a gift to someone, so you do not. It is not yours now. So you say, you had a car. I say to you, you had a car. We had a book. So you see, this is about the. It's not about the present. So we do not have it now. They had money. It means they do not have it now. People had a choice. So past tense. I understand that people do not have a choice now. My children had a dog. So maybe the dog is dead. So now you say they had a dog. Since it is dead, so you say they had a dog. They had many problems. So the problems are gone now. This is why you say he had many problems. She had 2 skirts. Maybe now it's one she has. This is why you say she had 2 skirts. Or maybe she gave them to someone. Now she doesn't have them. This is why you say she had 2 skirts. It had a tail. Like maybe something happened that it was cut, something like that. So the tail is no more. You say the dog, for example, had a tail. It doesn't have it now. Ali had a bike, so he doesn't have it now. Maybe he sold it. Mariam had a pot. She doesn't have a pot now. Everyone had a friend. Now everyone doesn't have a friend. Someone had a computer. This is not about the present, you remember. My son had an airplane. Now he doesn't have it. Maybe, for example, he was in need of money. He sold the airplane. So now he doesn't have it. This is why you say he had an airplane. So you see, the examples that we have here are about the past tense. So I had a house, I do not have it now. You had a car, you do not have it now. We had a book, we do not have it now. You should be able to remember the differences when you hear someone speak. So if someone says I have money, they are talking about now, they have the money. But if someone says I had money, what you understand is that the person does not have money now. Do not forget that. It is very important to remember that. So let's move to the next part. So our first sentence says, what do you see? What do you see? Use this. Let me give you an example. You are showing something to someone right now. Now. You are showing something to someone. So you ask them, what do you see? What do you see? This is an example. But what did you see? Use it. Um, for example, you are in the room, so something, you've just heard a sound, so you ask someone to go and check. Now when they are back, you say to them, what did you see? Because they went there and saw the thing. So now they are back. You say to them, what did you see? Or, for example, you explained, I was talking about you were showing something to someone. So now maybe you were explaining the thing to them. So the lesson is over now. Everyone is back at home. So you ask them, when he was explaining to you, what did you see? Talking about the place. I hope you are not confused. Let me explain again. Use what do you see. For example, you are showing something to someone now. So you ask them, you say to them, what do you see? Use the what did you see in the past tense. For example, you are in the room, you've just heard a sound. So you ask one of the people who are sitting in the room now to go and check. Now they are back. You want to ask them. You say to them, what did you see? What did you see? I'm not aware of something, like I'm not aware of what is happening outside. I'm not aware of what is happening outside. I do not know what is happening outside. It means still now that you are speaking, up to presently, you do not know what is happening. So, but you see, I wasn't aware of something. You use it, for example, like now someone says, your friend is sick. You see, you know, now you know that your friend is sick. So you do not say, I am not aware of, because you know it now. You say, I wasn't aware of that, I'm sorry. Or, for example, your friend is getting married tomorrow. You see, you know it now. So you do not say, I am not aware of that. You say, I wasn't aware of that. Another example, someone says, our dad has traveled. You see, you know that now. So you do not say, I'm not aware of that. Now you use I wasn't. For example, I wasn't aware of that. What I want you to understand is you use I wasn't aware of something if someone tells you about something. So now you know the thing. Since you know the thing, it is not I'm not aware of. Because if you say I'm not aware of, you mean that now, presently, you do not know about the thing. But since you do know about it, then you say I wasn't aware of that. Look at here, there's nothing I can do. Talking about right now, something is happening, like people are begging you, please do something about it. Then you say to them, I'm sorry, there is nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Talking about now. So we have is and can. But look at here, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do. Here talking about the past tense, like someone asks, why didn't you do anything when you saw the thief enter the house? It is an example. Or why didn't you stop the children when you saw them playing? So you say there was nothing I could do. Was, could. There was nothing I could do. But there is nothing I can do is to do with now. So you see, you use there was nothing I could do when you are talking about the past tense. Something happened. People are asking, why did you do something about it? You say, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do. But there is nothing I can do. This is to do with now, like something is happening. And you are asked to do something. You say, there is nothing I can do. I hope you are not confused. You see here, I do what I can. So this is to do with like every day or every week, the simple present tense, you remember that. But look at here, I did what I could. It is because this is a past tense, an example of a past tense. This is why we have it like this, did and could. But the one above it is do and can. So you should be able to remember or to use them the way you are supposed to. You should be able to say, I did what I could. What I could. Good. Look at this. I don't know. For example, do you know the name of that person? I don't know. Yes, still now that you are talking, you do not know. But here, I didn't know. Use it. For example, if someone says, your friend is sick, you see, now you know that. So you do not say, I don't know. Because if you say, I don't know, you mean still now you don't know that your friend is sick. So when you are told something, what you say or should say about it, since you know about it now, you say, I didn't know. I didn't know. For example, tomorrow is my birthday. You say, oh, I didn't know. So you see the difference. Before we move on, let's just have a quick reminder. What do you see? You are showing something to someone right now. So you ask them, what do you see? What did you see? You use it. For example, something has happened. So you ask someone to go out to see what the thing is. So the person is back now. You ask them, what did you see? And you see, I'm not aware of has to do with now. You still do not know. Like, I'm not aware of what is happening outside. But I wasn't aware of, you use it when you know something now. Already someone has told you about something. So you say, I wasn't aware of it. For example, tomorrow we are starting our exam tomorrow. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. So you see, now you do not say I'm not aware of it because you know it. So there's nothing I can do. This is to do with now. There was nothing I could do. This is to do with the past tense. I do what I can, and you see I did what I could. I don't know. Still now that you are talking, you do not know. But I didn't know, you use it when someone tells you about something. Now that they have told you about the thing, you know it. This is why you use I didn't know. For example, last examples, I'm your father's friend. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm your new teacher. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Because if I say I don't know, it means till now that I'm talking, I do not know. But you see, the case is different because I have been told. So when I'm told about something, like the previous example I used, it didn't. So I hope you are not confused. Let's move on. Our first example here is, what do you want me to say? You see, this is to do with something that has not happened yet. So for example, you have a plan, you want to do something, so you ask someone, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? But look at here, what did you want me to say? This is to do with the past tense. For example, you were having a meeting. You see, now the meeting is, you have finished the meeting. So before finishing the meeting, your friend did not say something, or your friend said something that you do not, your friend said something not in the way you wanted him or her to say it. So after the meeting, you say to him or her, why didn't you say that? Then now your friend says, what did you want me to say? This is to do with the meeting that you finished. So it is not to do with now. But you see, what do you want me to say? This is to do with now. You are right. For example, you are discussing something now. So someone says, I think that thing is wrong, or we should do that thing, or if you do that, this is what you have. So you say, you are right. This is to do with now that you're talking about it. And sometimes the context too can explain more things to you the more you listen to native speakers. And you see here, you are right. So now this is to do with past tense. For example, like you remember, that time when you told me to do that thing, you are right. But now that you're talking now, you say you are right. Now that you're having the discussion, you say to the person you are right. But when you mean past tense, like that time when the person said that, you say to them, you were right. If it was I would say I was right. Something like that. Look at here, I'm happy when I see you. So this is what happens when I see you. What happens? I am happy. But look at the words here. I was happy when I saw you. Was and saw. So you see, you here you do not say I was happy when I see you. No, do not say that. You say or use I was happy when I saw you to have was and saw. Here, what I know is that thing or that thing. Look at it, know and is. But here, what I knew was. You see, you have knew was. You should be able to remember this. What I know is that. What I knew was that. A similar example. I never knew you were here. I never knew you were here. You see, it is not I never knew. You see the combination knew and were. You should be able to remember this or use it when you are speaking. And again, we never knew she was back. Knew was, knew were, knew was. What I know is, what I knew was, I never knew you were here. We never knew she was back. And look at here, what we have to do is have and is. And here, what we had to do was. You see, we have had and was, have and is. You should be able to remember this. I think knowing how you use sentences like this is very important. Good, let's move on. So here we've got what happens is. Happens is. You see what we have. Happens is. But look at here. What happened was. Happened and was. What happened was that thing or that thing, for example. But what happens is that thing. Just like what I know is, what I knew was. Look at here too. What we do is. But here, what we did was. You see, we have did and was. Do and is. Know and is. Knew and was. Happens and is. Happened and was. What you mean is. What I mean is. Then here, what you meant was. What I meant was. What she meant was. What I feel is. But here, what I felt was. Just like meant, like did, like happened. Do you understand? Use this when you are explaining. For example, you are explaining something to someone or your students. So now that you are explaining it, you ask them, do you understand? You use do. Do you understand? But look at here, did you understand? Let's have an example. Now that you have finished the explanation, let's say the period is over, so you want to leave the class. Since the period is over, you have done the explanation, you want to leave, you say to the students, did you understand? But when you are explaining the thing to them now, let's say now you are doing it, you say, do you understand? You are doing it now. You want to leave, the period is over, you are going out, you want to go out. Like before, bye-bye time, you say to them, did you understand? I hope you understood the topic. Good. So you remember, what I know is. What I knew was. What happens is. What happened was. What we do is. What we did was. What you mean is. What you meant was. What I feel is. Then you continue the talking. What I felt was. It is very important to know how you use these sentences or these examples. Let's move on. So here, he doesn't know what he is doing. You remember, you do not say he don't know what he is doing. But look at the next sentence. He didn't know what he was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. We didn't know what we were doing. So it is not difficult. All you've got to do is get used to the sound and then just start using it naturally. What I know is, what I did was, what I do is, and so on. I have to do it. You are talking about now. You have to do something. Like I say to you, you have to do your assignment now. or I have to go out now. I'm talking about using have. But you see had, this is to do with past tense. For example, you are asked, why did you leave the house? You listen to the question. Why did. Why did you leave the house? Or why did you go out? Or why did you do that? So you say, I had to do it. I had to do it. In an example like this, you do not say I have to do it, because if you say I have to do it, a person understands that you are talking about you have to do something now. This is to do with now. I mean, not past tense. So another example, someone says, why did you sleep at your friend's house yesterday? You say, I'm sorry, I had, like your father. Say, Daddy, I had to, not I have to. So please, you should know how you use I have to do something and I had to do it, or I had to do something. Today is a special day. Look at here. Today was a special day. You use this one, which is today was a special day. For example, when you are going to sleep, I mean, that is the end of the day. The work that you normally do every day, you have finished. You are back from, let's say, work. So you are at home, you have finished eating, now you are going to bed, or you are going to, I mean, that is the end of that day. What remains is just sleeping, then another day. So like you are having stories, you say today was a special day. What a person understands is that you mean the work for that day, you have finished it. I mean, that is everything you wanted to do when let's say the work whatsoever, you have finished. Now is sleeping time, then another day. So something like that. That is when, or this is an example about how you use was for today. So you say today was a special day. Today was a special day. I went to my friend, at the business place, I made a lot of money. A lot of customers came and I sold so many things. I was very happy. Indeed, today was a special day. Something like that. You can think of more examples. Let's move to the last slide. So here we'll have our last examples, and the first example is, what do you say? Use this, for example, like you are having a discussion, so you want to know what your partner or your friend, anyone, what they think. So what they are thinking about the thing is. So you say, what do you say? You are trying to say, or you mean, what do you think? Should we do this? Should we go there? Should we stop this? So what do you say? What do you think? This is, you are talking about something now. So that is an example of using what do you say. So we're having a discussion. I say, I think we should do this, or we should go there. What do you think? What do you say? But here, what did you say? This is to do with someone said something you did not hear. You did not hear it. You did not hear it, so you say, what did you say? I'm sorry, I did not hear. What did you say? So what do we do? Like something has happened. You are thinking, are we to go out? Are we to call the police? Are we to go to the hospital? Are we to do something else? So you say or ask the question, what do we do? Something like that. But you see here, what did we do? So this is to do with past tense. Maybe you did something somewhere. For example, let's say yesterday, like yesterday, or let's say 2 hours ago, something like that. So someone is talking about the thing. They entered my house, they ate my food, they did that and that. So you say, what did we do? What did we do? So you remember, what you say, you are having a discussion. So you are asking your partner, your friend, anyone, what do you think? I think we should go out or do this. So what do you say, my friend? What do you say? But what did you say? Like someone said something you did not hear. You say to them, sorry, I did not hear what you said. What did you say? Or that day when we met, what did you say to me? And what do we do? Something has happened. You are thinking of what to do. So you ask people, I don't know what we should do. What do you think? What do you think? Or what do we do now before it is too late? So what do we do? The last example, what did we do, has to do with the past tense. I know that the tenses sometimes can be difficult to understand, but the most important thing is the more videos you watch about the tenses, that helps you to understand more about them. So keep watching videos about the tenses and do not give up. Maybe then you never knew how to use what I knew was, what I know is, but you see now you do know, you do know it. You know that what I know is, what I knew was, what I did was, what I do is, what I meant was, what I mean is, and something like that. So that's it for today's topic. I hope you enjoyed it, and I say until next time.